because train is where this game begins. It is where mousesports' hopes currently lie. This is not an easy best of 5, but it does start now.
Probably their best chance to be able to pull out a first map, and a hard veto no matter how you toss it, but they know the best of 5 is coming. karrigan's been waiting for a moment like this his whole career. Bymas opening kill, Glaive answers back, and now they try to score a plant, but the bomb is going back through the brown halls, thinking about maybe getting into B, and Bymas will continue his rampage outside. It's actually huge he gets this kill. Eventually he'll get traded, but it opens lines into the B site for a plant.
Zipek gonna jump up, try to challenge karrigan in their faces, up in the grills of this Z train. He's taken back to 44 HP. Still stands though, doing a very good job of just posturing so that the defense can't quite best him. But all the while, dupreeh now slipping down the ramp, he sees what he needs. ropz gonna get executed. That flank is fantastic from Astralis, and it's a CT-sided pistol win for the Danes.
dupreeh playing some of his best CS at this event, looking very smart, looking very sharp, along with everybody else on the roster, this team at the moment.
Got device back at the depths of the B site. Zipek's nice and personally close in their faces, ready to go as the smokes showers through. He puts the incendiary down. That's going to move Frozen right into the crosshair. Tries to get him with the spray, but that upper smoke almost gave Bymas what he needed to get one kill and alleviate the front runner from Astralis. But Bymas drops down into Zipek, who does die at the hands of Frozen. But because Bymas is no longer up high, Device certainly is. He is 10-0. 5 rounds deep. Let's see, ropz.
Begins.
1 versus 4 with the sniper rifle, trying to catch a shoulder at a distance, and he hits it, but he doesn't have enough time to get that op back on cycle. ropz showing promise. mousesports finding openings, but Astralis taking every single round so far.
Really be a better opper all the time. Personality-wise, he just would not be able to take over a round every single time. They have to rely on chrisJ to do well. Glaive will get in their face, shutting down karrigan and his teammate Bymas looking to trade. Outer exec is getting stopped in its tracks.
ropz able to trade, and he gets magisk. Quick kill, but taken off of the train. It's all on chrisJ.
Whoa, he was crouched. That was through the train.
Yeah, device starting off this series exactly where he ended versus Furia. On top and on point. But chrisJ's on site, and he does have the bomb. Device just going to stay tucked inside of Z. chrisJ, he's been spotted, and he will find one kill, but that activates Device, who is 12-0.
Yeah, working too.
On top of one another within the ladder, waiting for the fires to fade, and, well, it's a good trade. But, of course, it still loses them a body. So we're going to have to see it between Bymas and Frozen. They both still have utility. They've got 35 seconds to find footing on the A site. With 2 CTs inside of Z, they won't find anybody out in the open. They're still hoping. Device down deep on Ivy, scoped in. Could be a little bit of an op combat if Frozen looks over onto Ivy, but first he sees the player in Z, and then he slips right into the scope of Device. It is shut down. Astralis, 8 rounds, and no signs of stutters.
Yeah. Let's set some records.
Molotovs exchanged here towards T-Con karrigan. He's found a good bit of timing. dupreeh's going to be preoccupied, but he does find the double. And even Zipek kind of has his head turned, so sure enough, karrigan slips through smoke onto Ivy. magisk never sees it coming. And Device, he still keeps fighting. 18 kills, 0 deaths. And obviously Astralis very much aware that the backside of the A site is open for the taking. mousesports trying to get that bomb over fast enough to maximize this moment, because soon the utility's burned out, and all of a sudden Device is looking to get into this fight. He swapped over to the AK, and he wastes no time, but he's down. Finally, somebody's killed this man. chrisJ with the headshot. Zipek with the attempted flick, cannot find what he needs. karrigan wasting 0 seconds.
Gonna keep the tempo high again. I love this from mousesports, but let's see if it works out.
ropz, oh my
God.
how does he recover?
Crazy, man.
On top of it, karrigan, he's gonna find a kill and double down on his own.
Let's go.
karrigan leading by example in these recent rounds, smashing himself against this A-site hold. And it's not much of a hold in this one.
Yeah, you kind of have to stand, you know, in awe of karrigan when it comes to figuring things out. He's proving it versus Astralis is the very last thing that they have to do at this event. He's proved it versus every single other opponent. This will absolutely be the final boss in more ways than one. His former team, the best team of all time, a team coming back to form, the team that got knocked down to the lower bracket they avoided this entire time, and the team that has smashed through every single thing that has been thrown down, as you drew the analogy.
Get here fast enough, but you can see Astralis sussing out the situation. Zipex already in the station that he needs to be in. But Glaive, he's a little scoped in. Oh, chrisJ saw him as he crossed, thought he was going to be able to catch him, and instead, it's all on Frozen. A 1 versus 4 to close the T side from mousesports that looked like it was never going to deliver. 5 rounds, certainly enough. When you consider that the last time these teams met on the 2 maps that Astralis beat them, it was the T sides where mousesports struggled. They could not get through the rock-solid defense of Astralis. And even though it's only 5, it's certainly enough. This B site before the commitment comes in. chrisJ passive angle. Astralis execute, starts to be thrown out. ropz, he's not going to find himself a kill. It's tons of damage versus Glaive, but not the frag they needed. Chris to the top of the train, can't manage a second, even though he jumps right back down into the action. karrigan, that could be the frag that starts to turn the tables, but mousesports losing another player. It's just trade frag after trade frag, and it's going to leave Zipex up close on site. magisk back behind him. Flash goes out. Zipex peeks. It's perfect, but Bymas, well, he's able to deliver the kill. magisk going to find himself into the 1 versus 1. karrigan's the reason this retake got rolling, but magisk has 3 kills on the round already.
Is he on it?
No. He buys the time, waits him out. Peek from magisk, shut down, and mousesports, they'll find a 6.
Okay. Wow, they barely grabbed that. That's a close call. Oh my god, actually, do they have it?
Oh! Less than a second left for the defuse. karrigan, he played it with everything he could.
Damn.
Ice in his veins.
Memory of an elephant.
Frozen, he's already been able to come up to the A site. That's going to find dupreeh with his back turn. They were finally sending a second T over to deal with Bymas. He has been so patient in this position, and he's still waiting, which now enables an additional flank from ropz. But Device gets the kill he needs, and ropz then finds his flank. It's a bomb tap. Zipex, ooh, he calls him out, just jiggle peeking the angle. Frozen, he's going to try to give chase, but that bomb's going to blow up, and Astralis, they will have 15 rounds. I thought Bymas was eventually going to crack under the pressure, but he waited, and it almost...
The Device specifically leaves when magisk comes in, right? So here he is, karrigan hunted down and killed.
We get mousesports scrambling back onto the A site. This is it. A 16th round looking likely. chrisJ going to try to pull out some heroics with that additional kill. It turns back at least Device, the heaviest hitter of Astralis in this first map of a BO5. That mousesports were looking to start with a map win. Then, magisk! He just lines up 2-player. As if you need to break mousesports any more than you already have. He snatches it away, but ropz will not go down without a fight. Couple of kills in the 1 versus 4. He's spotted and dealt with. Astralis with a statement here on Train. We said that with mousesports coming in with the pick, that they could set the tone. They could set the tempo. They could set